Welcome back to Sunrise. Our next story is one of compassion and advocacy in Jamaica, where some 678 babies are born with autism spectrum disorder. Consultant pediatrician and president of the Paediatric Association of Jamaica, Dr. Pryce, has been raising awareness around addressing the critical needs of these children. Well, today, Dr. Pryce is highlighting the PAJ's latest initiative. It is a 5K run dedicated to supporting children with autism in Jamaica. Welcome, Dr. Pryce. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm good. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about autism. I feel like it's a topic that we're hearing a lot more often than we used to hear. What is it exactly? What is this disorder? Speak to us about the spectrum.
Yeah. So autism is regarded as a neurodevelopmental or a neurobiological disorder.
Okay.
So basically, there's something going on with the brain, the we call the synapses, the interconnections of the brain, and it impacts on the child's development. So it affects, developmental modalities, specifically as it relates to social interaction, speech, behavior, and that sort of thing.
It is something that I think we are more sensitized to, persons discussing about their children being on the spectrum from one extreme to another. It is there. Are we getting better at the conversations that we are having around autism?
We're definitely getting better. People are more aware, the common people on the street are more aware. Doctors are more aware. As pediatricians, is something that we have to deal with because we do developmental surveys, surveillance on a daily basis. But the general doctors are now becoming are more attuned and aware of the situation, and are becoming better at diagnosing the condition, or at least picking up the condition for referrals.
So we pick it up, that's great. We're able to identify it. How do we deal with it? Are we fully aware of what is required?
Right, and that is, we are not, right? And people are confused. I have a mother who has 3 children with severe,
all 3?
Autism, all 3.
Oh, wow.
And it's really very devastating. People are confused as to what to do, how to approach, what are the services available, and definitely, the resources. I have a mother who's waiting 2 years for just an assessment.
Wow.
That's how long the line is?
Yeah, in many instances, all the services, when it comes to access to speech therapy, there are 6 speech therapists, probably 7 in Jamaica, and most of them are concentrated in Kingston. And even in Kingston, you have to wait 7 months, to get an assessment, an appointment.
And obviously you mentioned the speech therapist because that is one of the delays that's often experienced for a child on the spectrum.
Yeah, and for many parents, it's really devastating for them. Is my child going to speak?
But then that therein causes another problem, because you're in a situation where you see something and you'd want to act immediately, but the delay in diagnosis and, assessment and diagnosis is so long that now the problem is now exacerbated.
Exactly, and not to mention the cost. So after, you get that, you wait for that long appointment, then this exorbitant cost, plus the follow-up cost. Many of these are charged per hour, and, the ordinary people really can't afford to deal with the cost associated with many of these services. So
let's talk about the 5K then. The 5K is to raise awareness, is to provide what?
Yeah, so it's awareness, and it's to provide financial support.
Okay.
All right, we intend to raise, $15 million. I started off by saying $50 million, and they laughed at me. But we really need to help, these children. Right across the spectrum. We're looking at, the young children, getting their diagnosis. We're looking at children going to university. Children with autism do go to university. The dropout rate is extremely high.
Wow.
It's over 60%, so we're looking at the whole, gamut and the whole spectrum of things to support these children and their parents. It's really very challenging.
Tell us the what, where, whens about the 5K.
5K. So the 5K is June 23. It's at the University of the West Indies Ring Road.
Okay.
The warm-up starts at 6 a.m. and the run is at 6:30. I covered everything.
And you only need 20 minutes, right, Doc? That's your 5K time is just 20 minutes?
25.
And that's just because he wants to stay with his people a little longer, a little longer. How does one register? How does one contribute?
Yeah, so there is a link. I'm not sure if we have it to, to project.
Yeah,
right. So there's a link. You just go on the link. racersjamaica.com and you register that way. It will provide all the information, you can donate, right? So you might be, outside of Jamaica, outside of Kingston, whatever,
Right.
you're not able to attend, we appreciate all the donations, that you can give. And just pass the word around. We want all, everybody to attend and support is very important.
You get chip and bib and all of them something?
Everything, right?
Okay.
You get your
Awesome.
timing, your chip and bib.
Because people take them time seriously,
I do.
People take them time seriously,
Of course, we do. We appreciate that. And we have some wonderful shirts available. You'll see some of that as well.
We're going to have you leave us now, but very quickly, if you can, just give an encouraging word to the parent who is watching, who probably feels a little bit dismayed, dealing with a child on the spectrum. What do you say to that parent?
I would like to say to them, don't give up. It's difficult and challenging. But there's support available, right? And we are going, as the Paediatric Association of Jamaica, we have been doing this for the past 3 years, doing advocacy, doing education. There are things available, and we are doing our best to support you as much as possible. And I just want to say a quick word to our sponsors. We want to thank, all those who assist us in getting this. Our gold sponsor is National Health Fund. Our bronze sponsor, CariMed, Carlissa, Jamaica Energy Partners, Dr. Bradley Edwards, Stewart's Hardware, Gatorade, and a number of pharmacies.
Excellent.
Around Jamaica.
Keep up the work.
Thank you so much.
That was Dr. Curtis Pryce, consultant pediatrician and also the president of the Paediatric Association of Jamaica. Now be sure to go out and support, please. It's a very, very worthy cause and they need our help. This is a community matter here, so let's all get in on this. All right, when we return, we're heading to the gift market for Father's Day. Yay! Please stay with us here on Sunrise.